Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to do an analysis and the book review of The Murders in the Rue Morgue by Edgar Allan Poe. Poe is a terror and mystery story written by Edgar Allan Poe, first published in 1841. It belongs to narrative genre and uses the past tense, simple, progressive, and perfect progressive aspect. Well, the story will start with the past tense, and the storyteller will say he was living in Paris and then he met Auguste Dupin for the first time in a bookstore. They had a lot in common. They become friends and decided to live together. They used to live in complete loneliness. They loved to spend the daytime with the shutters closed, reading, talking, and writing till dark. Dupin was a very intelligent Frenchman, and all the narrative will show us how brilliant he is. And one of these moments is one night when they were walking, and Dupin made a comment about a short actor called Chantilly at the exact moment his friend was thinking of Chantilly. His friend got really surprised and wondering how did Dupin know who he was thinking of. Until now, we were introduced to the Dupin and the storyteller friendship, but now everything's changed because the newspaper headline is about a terrible crime. The police found two ladies, mother and daughter, brutally murdered. The murders that happen in the Rue Morgue becomes the focus on the narrative and the investigation of the brutal crime too. So, in short, there's two ladies, Miss Camille Espinet and her mother, and they were found in a room, locked from the inside, brutally murdered. You can ask, who is the killer? What is the purpose of the crime? Inside the room was in chaos. The furniture's broken all around the room, tubs of bloody rare, jewelry and 4,000 francs in gold in two bags, and a blurry razor was lying on the chair. It's really interesting to mention that the whole story used the past tense with the simple, progressive, and perfect progressive aspects because it's already a solved case. Not for me, not for you, but for the storyteller, of course. Then the story continues with the brilliant Auguste Dupin, and this case was a perfect case to Dupin investigate because he had a motivation. One friend of his was accused of the crime, and Dupin will help this friend with all this clever. And to investigate this case, Dupin and his friend went to the crime scene and read in the newspaper the witnesses' statements. All the witnesses agree that there's two voices. One that belongs to a Frenchman and was a deep voice, and the other voice that was a sure voice. And no one knows if it's a man's or a woman's voice and what nationality this sure voice belongs to. Well, it's a really peculiar investigation, and Dupin investigated the marks left in the victims' bodies and find out that the killer's hands were too large for a man. But if it's not a man, what this monster is? Well, Auguste Dupin will investigate this case and figure it out what this monster is and how to capture these monsters too. Uh, this analysis and book review is really quickly because it's a short story too, and really interesting and worth reading. Okay, I hope had enjoyed this book review and see you. Bye.